You arrived in this world into a pre-existing landscape. The maps provided for your navigation were drawn by forces that require you to remain lost. Most people operate on the foundational assumptions baked into their consciousness from birth, assuming the territory matches the description they were given. In this model, reality functions as a deliberately engineered maze. These Coptic texts found at Nag Hammadi provide a diagnostic report on this environment. They detail a deliberate distortion of human consciousness, engineered at the level of creation. The hierarchy begins with a true divine source, the monad. Beneath it, and entirely disconnected, exists a lower-order craftsman called the demiurge. This entity fashioned the material world without access to true divine knowledge. This makes the material world a defective copy. Within this architecture, suffering functions as a structural feature of a flawed design. Recognizing this design is the first step towards systemic exit. The Gnostic texts reveal the demiurge fashioned the human body as a container, programming you to mistake it for the self. Identifying as this hardware makes you mortal. Institutions reinforce this by demanding worship for an imposter deity, not the ultimate source. Identifying with this hardware ensures you remain a manageable asset within a flawed system. Psychological passions function as installed software programs, driving a logic of compliance that points your attention outward toward institutions and consumption. But erase this background malware, and the independent observer that remains is the pneuma, the divine spark. Your external desires are background malware, designed to hide the independent observer underneath. The system uses institutional toll booths to recycle consciousness, which the Pista Sophia notes dims your spark with each pass. Believing this is your fault keeps you trapped, but gnosis, genuine inner knowledge, provides the data to exit. Institutions act as administrative checkpoints, maintaining your enrollment in a system with no formal end date. The ultimate program leverages cosmic isolation. It suggests you are separated from the true divine source by an infinite distance. The Gnostic model identifies the inner spark as the monad, expressing itself through form. The separation is a program. The distance is an illusion. Cosmic isolation is a tool for management. A being who recognizes they are a direct expression of the source looks inward to find what has been there the entire time. This chart contrasts the programmed variables with the Gnostic diagnostic. On the left, external saviors, the body, and institutional mediation. On the right, the internal pneuma, flawed architecture, and self as source. You carry the light. The question is whether you choose to remember it. If this logical progression aligns with your experience, comment, "I understood it." Finding your way requires no travel. It follows from the logical conclusion that the maze itself is a calculated illusion.